it's Ashley, your scrapping nerd, and I'm back today with a layout for Kit Conspiracy Week 2. And there is a link to my kit share video because I have a different kit than what MK and Janet are using because I didn't have the kit that they have chosen for Week 2. So make sure you check out my kit share video, which is linked below. And then you can see everything that's in my kit. So I wanted to start out with this kind of plaid gray paper, and I'm going to use that. You saw that Tim Holtz stencil there, but I wanted to make sure that it went more in a circle. I didn't want to create like a square of mixed media on the background, so I just used that circle template that I had, which basically is just a circle that I cut out and I didn't use on a layout, and I just lightly drew the circle on there. And so then I'm going to take my vintage photo here and use the stencil and kind of follow along that line that I drew so that it creates more of a circle as opposed to a harsh square edge. And I really like this stencil. It's kind of a mixed media splattery design, and so I don't think I've used this before on the channel, but I really like it. And I'm using one of these little tiny brushes I just got at the dollar store to apply the ink through there. And I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing, but I wanted to show you where there was like a space between, so then I'm just going to use part of my stencil there to try to fill in the spaces. But you can see that I created more of just a circle, and then I will go in and fill in the center a little bit. I won't do the whole entire thing because the photo and stuff will cover the section, but I still, I got my outline of my circle, and then I'm going in and filling in those, the middle of the circle. And so I really like how that turned out, and like I said, I'm not going to make you guys watch me do that whole thing. So this is the photo, and it's a picture of my dog Yoda and my husband, and they're in the car, and he just looks so cute. Yoda has his little Star Wars bow tie on, which I just love. And so I needed to make a photo mat first, and so you saw that this leaf paper was part of the journaling pack from the Craft-A-Clock that I had showed in my kit share video, and the front side has where you can cut out the pockets, but then the back side had this pretty leaf design, and so I wanted to use that to back my photo. And I'm allowed to use scrap, so I pulled in that plaid scrap as a layer for the photo mat as well. And so I'm going to mat it 3 times. I have the plaid, the leaf paper, and then this yellowish orangish paper as well, and I inked the edges with the vintage photo, and that just helps to make the photo stand out. And so I decided I wanted to do strips behind the photo, and let me tell you, I mess with these a lot. I couldn't decide which order to get them, and then I have this discussion with you guys all the time. Like, I am obsessive, and then I want things to not look perfect, but it takes me a long time to get them to not be perfect, but perfectly imperfect. It's really strange. I'm just this crazy obsessive perfectionist, and so sometimes it takes me a really long time to do these things, and I have this idea in my head like, these strips of paper will be at different levels, and they'll be at different heights, and it'll look really kind of haphazardly in there, and then it takes me an hour to cut the strips and get them aligned how I want them. It's really a vicious cycle, and I'm not going to make you guys go along for the ride, so you can see that I'm just kind of messing with these. I wanted to get a bunch of the colors that are in the ephemera that I'll use. I wanted to get those behind the photos, or the photo, there's only one. And so I got a lot of strips and was just trying to kind of position them behind this photo. And then there's these tags, and so I thought, well, I'll put a tag behind here as well. I'll do half at the top and then half at the bottom, and I liked this orange one because I had the little flowers at the bottom, and then it's got this nice orange top, and I only have the orange part showing. I don't show that white part of that tag, and then I put the bottom part at the bottom, just because I really liked those flowers, and they kind of match the ephemera. But then again, I'm back to trying to get these strips of paper kind of aligned so that they balance out really nicely. And I wanted those to stand out from the mixed media, so I'm going to take the vintage photo and I will ink the edges of every strip that I put behind the photo. Pretty much, I think I ink everything on the photo, on the layout, all the embellishments and everything. I just really like how it adds a nice crisp line to everything on the page. And so I'm finally gluing these down, so we're moving forward. While I'm doing that, thank you to everyone that's liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons below. And if you hit the little bell, then you'll be notified when I have new videos. And like I said, make sure that you check out my kit share video so you can see all the goodies that I was picking from for this layout. I started with a kit that I got from my creative scrapbook, and I pulled in some other stuff that I had. I chose this very fall-inspired kit because the Kit Conspiracy kit for week 2 is Pretty Little Studios Ginger Snap, and I felt like that was a very fall type of kit, and it had like a lot of little animals and stuff, so I just felt like this kit and the things I pulled in was a nice nod to that, because I only have 2 of the kits that they have for the month, but I still wanted to play along for the other 2 months, so I thought I would just pull in some kits. And I don't normally have like a kit that I just work and do layouts in a row from, so this is kind of fun, and it helps me use up a kit so I don't have just bits of kits all over my scrap room. So thank you to MK and Janet for opening it up so we all can play along with the Kit Conspiracy. Make sure that you guys check out all those links below for the Kit Conspiracy. They have a Facebook page, and then there's the links to MK's videos and Janet's videos. They do amazing things with their kits, and it's always fun to see their different styles along with everyone else that's playing along. And so I had all these frames that were in the ephemera, so I thought, oh well, on top of all of these papers that I've put behind the photo, I'll put some of these frames around the photo as well. And I like to cut them in half because if you're not going to see the other half, then you can get 2 frames for the price of 1. And then this one here, I just wanted it to show in the corner, so I just cut off a little corner, but then I'm going to use that other little corner at the top and just kind of hide it behind my strips of paper there. And so that's just getting the most out of all of my ephemera bits and getting them in there. And then there was these pretty vellum frames as well that I really liked, and I wanted to make sure that the vellum was on top of the strips of paper so you could see it. Otherwise, I felt like if it was just on top of the gray part, it would kind of blend in. And then that circular journaling card I stuck up there. So this was just a lot of fun to kind of hide a bunch of things within all of these strips of paper. There's another vellum frame as well that I'm going to tuck in there, and so you can't really see it too much on the video, but in real life the vellum does show up. And there's this kind of circular element, so I cut out the middle journaling part, and I'm going to use that as a frame style. And I liked adding these some of these circular elements since I did do the mixed media in a circular pattern. And you saw I stuck that flag up there in the top left hand, and it says fall is my favorite F word, which I thought was kind of funny. And I'm just going to create a little cluster up there to pull in some of those colors from the strips of paper, and then I put the vellum frame, also the other half of the vellum frame up there, just to kind of tie it all in. And that little sign that says lovely I put up there, I'm actually going to move it. It won't stay up there. But I this photo is not really like a fall photo per se. I think it was taken in September, October, which in Arizona is our quote unquote fall. And so I thought it was fun to just make it a fall photo. I was a little worried about what I would scrapbook with the very fall inspired kit, because I'm like, okay, I can scrapbook Thanksgiving, but then what else do I scrapbook? I don't really have any, like, Arizona doesn't have fall. I don't have fall leaves. It's like hot and then not. But it was fun to kind of make this photo autumn or fall inspired. And so I pulled out a bunch of the leaves, and I just liked the idea of sticking in leaves and the florals and everything kind of mixed in with the strips of paper that were there. And I chose the title Cuddles because I'm like, these two are just adorable, and we're driving, but they're like cuddling here. And all the leaves and the florals, I used my stylus and the foam mat to add some dimension to them. And you saw I moved that sign over that says lovely, and I inked all the edges and just getting them all kind of tucked in there. I even pulled the florals from the sticker sheet as well, and just having, or not the florals, the leaves, and just having them kind of tucked in and out through all the layers that are behind the photo was kind of fun. Then I thought this little arrow that I put down here was kind of bare, and so I went through the sticker sheet and I just added the little title there, and then I was like, oh, I'll add some of the pumpkins, that's cute. So then because I put some pumpkins there, I scattered some other pumpkins throughout the layers as well. But that's the layout, and I just loved how it turned out. Thank you everyone for watching, and everyone have a great day. Bye.